Hello, everyone. Sam Felton, Director of the Public Health Collaboration here. Just getting ready to have a chat with our Operations Manager of Liberate, our food addiction coaching service. So let me send my invite to Ellen to make, but I'll keep the anticipation there by waiting. Let me message Ellen. Sure, she'll be along any moment. If you've got any questions on food addiction, feel free to put them in the comment section, and we'll do our best for Ellen to answer your questions. Just waving hello to everyone. Here we go. Here we go. Wonderful. Ellen.
Yeah,
Woohoo! How are you doing?
not too bad. You?
Rocking and rolling. All the better for seeing you, my dear.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's worked.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, wonderful to have you here on Instagram Live. And we're going to be chatting about food addiction and specifically Liberate. And we've got an exciting announcement to make later on. But we'll keep that until a little bit later, won't we? So for those that are unaware of what Liberate is, what is Liberate, Ellen?
So, Liberate's my baby. Liberate's my baby. So, Liberate is it's a psychoeducational course to teach you a bit about food addiction and how to cope with it. It works
Mm.
at the same way we help with alcohol addiction and with drug addiction. It's very support led with peer
Hmm.
to peer support. It goes on for 8 sessions, where you'll learn the science behind why it is that so people like me, because I'm a recovering food addict, think the way they do. So
Yeah.
that it's that moment where it sort of makes sense to eat all the food in the
Hmm.
house so that you don't have to eat it. It
Right.
that in that moment that makes perfect sense to everybody else that is just like me, and the people I work with. They will get that. They will get that moment, and then they go ahead and do it. So we learn why it is that we do that, but more
I see.
importantly, we learn how to make the other part of the brain stronger so that we can actually say, well, that's probably not the best idea. Maybe I should go
Hmm.
put it in an outside bin because we're also known to take it out of our inside
Yes.
bin. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's not off
It's
limits.
so
The outdoor bin definitely is.
outdoor, I mean, I've been there, I've done it, but
There you
it tends to be, you tend not to. Yeah.
go. Awesome. And incredibly, Liberate's been going, what, almost 2 years?
Almost 2 years now. So we did the pilot back in February last year with a absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful cohort of people who were
Mm,
so brave.
mm,
The strangers, all strangers to each other, and so brave
mhm,
to start talking about um, their food behaviours and the self-destructive things that they do with food,
mm,
and then started delving into the triggers that cause these behaviours and the compulsive eating, and then
mhm,
start tackling it. And what we did as part of that was did a study, a feasibility and acceptability study to
mhm.
the see whether or not it was going to make any changes from a science level, a research level.
I bet.
I've seen it with my
Hmm.
patients and my
Yeah.
clients, but to actually get it in research, it was important to me that we had the research behind it for the UK, because there
Hmm.
wasn't much at that point for the UK. That's what I would love for this to be talked about in the NHS,
I
so
bet.
that we can actually put people on the right pathway for the
Hmm.
right sort of support they need. That would be the big dream. So we turned it into a study um, with Coventry University, and uh, almost 2 years on, that study is now going under peer review, um,
Yes.
and it will be out.
Publication imminent.
Yes, any day now, and the the results they speak beautifully for themselves. Often after an
Hmm.
intervention, people do well, and we saw that. But what
Hmm.
was nice to really see was that even 6 months later, even if people weren't participating or coming into the support sessions, if they felt they didn't need it, they were still maintaining those changes 6 months on. And we saw
Yeah.
a reduction in their food addiction symptoms. We saw a reduction in their crave symptoms and
Hmm.
in their binge eating, which will be a second paper that we'll be publishing in the new year, because that was quite important, a bit of data that was, and we wanted to really put the numbers behind that. So we've merged two groups for that.
Hmm.
But also, what was very important for me is, although we could see those changes in the food addiction symptoms, and people were in the qualitative were verbally telling us that they were feeling better around food, the food noise quieting down, and so on, is what I
Right.
really wanted to make sure, even though they had all of that, were they actually happy? Were their well-being, was their well-being improving or staying the same? And what we did see was a 6 point increase in their mental well-being. So not only did it, I think, to have a positive effect on their food addiction symptoms, it also had a positive effect
Mm,
on their well-being. So that was good to see as
amazing.
well.
You
Um,
bet.
so that will be coming out very shortly, and it's just been so wonderful to work with the people
Yeah.
in that pilot study, the Liberate Originals, I call them, and then all the subsequent groups since as
Yeah.
well, and then
Yeah.
having a look at their pre and post results, and seeing that this is continuing as well. So
Yeah.
it's good to see.
Exactly. Oh, it's amazing, and some of those stories are on the Liberate website. If people want to go check that out, it's liberatetoday.org. Um, but for those that again haven't come across Liberate, what's actually involved in the course itself?
Yeah, so the course, we have a live version and a pre-recorded version, and the one we're talking about at the moment is the pre-recorded version. So what would be involved is that you'd watch the videos and you have the workbook that comes with it, and in the
Hmm.
workbook there's daily tasks that
Mm,
start working on a different part of the brain that we want to make stronger.
right.
Along with that, there is live support groups that you can come into and ask any questions. So although you're self-studying, doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. addiction's very isolating anyway. It's like the
Yeah.
opposite is community. Come in and be
Mm.
with people, like-minded people that get
Hmm.
you when you say you do something peculiar with food. Whatever it is someone's done with food, I've either done it myself, I've already heard it. So it
Yeah.
really is
There you go.
nothing's going to shock me anymore. Um, but being in that environment with people that feel exactly the same. So we have 4 of those sessions a week where you can come and ask your questions or listen to other people's recovery story as well.
Hmm.
And you do that over the 8 weeks, but then you continue. It becomes a habit then, and you continue that
Right.
over time,
Hmm.
over different time points of your life that maybe things get a
Yeah.
bit more difficult. You'll be
Hmm.
able to draw quite quickly upon those tools and go, I know what I need to do today. This is what I need to focus on.
Bingo. And the next round of live courses actually starts from the 7th of October, I think, a couple of weeks' time.
That's right, in October. And the live is good as well. Obviously, it doesn't have that flexibility that you can fit into your own
No.
schedule like the
Yeah.
pre-record does. But the live is quite good because you get to meet other
Yeah.
people within the group immediately. And we've got people from
Hmm.
all over the world that come to these groups.
Yeah.
Um, there, we can also, the coaches, myself, we can also tailor some of the things that we say as we go through the course to whatever has already been mentioned to us as well. So it's got that
Yeah.
nuance there as well. So that can be quite
Exactly.
of benefit as well, but which you would lose in the pre-record because you don't know who your audience is at that point. However,
Sure.
when you've got the pre-record, you've got those
Yes.
live support groups. So you just bring it
Hmm.
to the group and then we talk about it and then
Exactly.
we map it over to the Liberate course.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us on to our exciting announcement about the fact that you have created a pre-recorded version of the Liberate course so that people can access the 8 sessions in their own time. So if you can't make the next round of courses from the 7th of October, then you can actually access all of these 8 sessions via this pre-recorded version, as well as the workbook. And in addition to that, you get access to the online community and weekly support sessions for a month. So that's a lot of access to a lot of things. And the really exciting thing is that we've got a launch price of £99. It will be going. Unfortunately, it will have to go back up to £149 from the 28th of October. But if you get in now, you can get it for £99 and start well before Christmas comes, because I know that's a difficult time for people, isn't it, Ellen?
Absolutely. I see like an increase about 3 times a year. So post Christmas, post Easter, and this time of year.
Hmm.
And of course, we've got all those food changes during those times, those social occasions. But we also have lack of structure over the summer holidays and the
Yeah.
Christmas holidays and such. So
Hmm.
it's almost like back to school, back to
Yeah.
routine. Let's get back
Hmm.
into it. But more importantly, it's a really good time to start now because we can have those foundations ready for Christmas and
Exactly.
Christmas, the holidays, the festive holidays. We,
Hmm.
it's hard. It's hard. As an
Yeah.
addict, even myself, and
Hmm.
I've been in recovery what 16 years now. Um, this one of the things that get me where people turn around and
Mm.
say, "You just need more willpower. You just need to be stronger."
Yeah. No.
Once you've learned what we have to tackle
Hmm.
on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
you'll see for yourself how much willpower a food addict has or any kind of addict has to be able to abstain to at least 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then when you think about Christmas and you don't
Hmm.
have all of those foods to mentally challenge the whole year round. The way I like to
Hmm.
describe it is it comes October, I walk into Aldi and it's like someone smacked me in the face with a box of mince
Yeah.
pies. Mince pies, it's like, oh God, they're here again. And then
Yeah.
if I didn't know what I know now, I
Yeah.
would be fighting the whole of October the whole of November. Then December comes, and I might just make it to Christmas Day and be really, really proud of myself. But then Boxing Day, it's all half price or 25% of the price, and that's it. My resolve is gone. I'm exhausted, and I give in, and I have the lot, and then that could lead to 4, 5, 6 months, and then here we go again. So we have got a lot of willpower to at least get us to December if we're fighting it from October.
Yeah, exactly.
But we get to learn how to navigate that and work with it rather than against it.
Excellent. That's the kind of the sustainable approach, isn't it? And for those that haven't caught in the comments, our social media manager put in the link to find out more about the pre-record. But if you have missed it, go to www.liberatetoday.org/pre-record. That'll take you through to the page where you can find out more information on that and even enroll yourself on the pre-record today if you wanted to. And kind of going back to what you were saying about Christmas, obviously there's another celebration holiday in between, that being Halloween, which is literally an absolute nightmare for people with ultra processed food addiction. So tell us about how you handle Halloween.
Oh, how do I handle it now? For me, it is Christmas, because I do start seeing it. Well, usually I start seeing it in October, but interestingly, my local Morrisons had advent calendars at the beginning of September, and I swore a lot. I swore an awful lot, Sam.
Let it out. Better out than
another month on top of that now. When it comes to Halloween, I just don't celebrate it with food now. That's nice and easy for me to say like that, isn't it? But it's because I've been doing it for such a while. But I've got kids. I've got a little girl. And we often, if people knock on the door, we will take out a bowl of fruit or little packets of dry fruit and things like that. And the kids seem to love it. They want it. They take it. They're happy.
Awesome.
What I find interesting is it's almost like the relief from the parents that are with them. Not so many sweets. That's helpful.
Yeah, excellent.
But I do remember, though, pre-recovery, I would buy all the sweets ready for the kids, and then have to go buy them again.
Of course.
And then turn my light out so that they don't come to the door and I'll have it.
Oh my gosh.
So there was a time. There was a time.
Yeah, exactly. So really now is kind of like the best time to prepare for Halloween, because it's imminent. And like, I've seen it in the supermarkets myself, you know, all the decorations and all the sweets and everything. So yeah, getting ahead of the game now would be wise.
When you haven't got all of those cues around you, now is a good time to do it. Imagine it being like you're sporty, Sam, so you might get this. Imagine you're about to do you've got a marathon, and the marathon you've got to do is on the 25th of December. You've got to train to be able to do that, to be able to face that day. You just wouldn't turn up that day, and you wouldn't wait to start training on the morning of the 25th of December. So we've got to prepare, and it's the same. We've just got to prepare a different muscle between now and then to be prepared for that day, or Halloween, or a birthday party, or the office party for Christmas, whatever event it might be. We can prepare ourselves, but it's better to prepare ourselves when we're not under those racing what's the
constraints.
Word? Under that pressure at that time, where it's going to be much harder at that point. So nice to train whilst it's in a nice safe area. Yeah, and we do that together.
Exactly. And of course, you know, the massive benefit with the pre-record is that you can do it in your own time. It's even available via both a web browser on your laptop, or even the Easy Course app, which you're led on to when you enroll and things. So you can have it on the go or at home. You could even kind of you know, if you were really technical, you could link it up to your TV, watch it on your TV in the lounge, and things. But yeah, no, I think this is a bright new era for Liberate, opening up the incredible course that you've created, and it will allow just so many more people to understand what's going on in their heads and be able to overcome those ultra processed food addictions and be better for it, hopefully.
And just learn that it's not their fault. That was a big one for me.
Exactly.
The amount of blame I put on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really damaging. But hopefully we can help a lot of people out there heal. So if you are interested in finding out more about Liberate, and particularly the pre-recorded version of the Liberate 8-session course, head on over to www.liberatettoday.org/pre-record, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the online community and at the live support sessions that come with the pre-recorded version as well. And before we wrap up, Ellen, was there anything else that you wanted to say to anyone out there that's perhaps thinks that they live with a ultra processed food addiction?
Yeah, just that you're not alone. You're really not. And it's a courageous step to start admitting this. But once we do, we can start doing something about it. You're not alone.
Awesome. Exactly. Thanks, Ellen. And you know, we're here to help everyone. So you know, please get in touch, and hopefully we can help you, and you can begin to heal. But anyway, Ellen, always an absolute pleasure to chat with you and see you. We'll look forward to seeing those that are keen to get involved on the online community when you enroll on the Liberate pre-recorded.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for setting this up.
Awesome.
You take care.
No worries at all. You too. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.